don't know if the Moments tab inside Diamond Dynasty sends you back to the Diamond Dynasty home screen, but if you're looking to just stay on the Moments tab 100% of the way, all you have to do is go to the home page, go to Moments, and then select whichever category it is that you're doing. In this case, we're about to start our Extreme Moments, and I took a quick glance because I have not done these, I haven't looked at these, and I'm looking at the difficulties, and I'm like, hold on a second. This is supposed to be extreme? These don't look extreme at all, especially if you know the close app method. So this is very interesting because it leads me to believe that we're most likely going to see Extreme Part 2 come maybe very soon. Damn. I'm a rapper. So I'm gonna briefly explain the quit out method, and you're gonna be wanting to use it whenever it is a moment that has multiple games and the requirement is something extreme, such as hit a home run in each one of the 8 games or 8 home runs in general. So for example, I went ahead and in the first game I hit 1 home run. If you didn't hit the home run in the first game, then all you would have to do is press R1 and then reset the series. There's no point in closing your app there. So we're heading now into game number 2. In game number 2, we want to hit 1 home run. If we do not hit a home run, then we want to go ahead and close the app. And you can do it in the middle of you striking out. You can do it as the ball is about to get caught, but you want to make sure you do it on what is your final at bat. You don't want to do it early. But I mean, I already hit the home run. But for example, if I was hitting a line drive, a ground out, or if I just struck out right there, I would pause it instantly. I would press the home button and I would press on home, close the app, and then restart it. Or if you want to do it a little bit quicker, you can just go down here to the switcher, click on MLB The Show, close the game, and then re-enter it. And now when you hop back to the moment, it will still be in that second game. It will still say 7 games remaining, and your progress will still be 1 out of the 8 home runs necessary in order for you to go ahead and advance from this moment. When it comes to this carry racks up 20Ks moment, I was in awe to see it was on veteran difficulty. Now, the biggest tip when it comes to any pitching moment, and it says, let's say for example, strikeout X amount, do not give up runs, and it does not say you can't walk anyone, is walk the first hitter. Why? Let's see how long his windup is. You guys can go ahead and start a stopwatch just to see how long it took for me to throw one fastball right there. Probably took around 3 to 4 seconds, I'd say. And then you go ahead and walk Jose Altuve, the first hitter. You get yourself Yordan Alvarez, who is a very scary hitter that can hit 2 home runs. And then look how much faster that was. You want to do that with each and every single hitter, except for maybe the pitcher. If the pitcher actually hits in Diamond Dynasty, who knows? While I was gone, maybe they finally went ahead and added the DH, but I highly doubt it. But that's what you want to do. And this mission, it's on veteran difficulty, so eventually just pitching, you're gonna get the strikeouts. Now this right here is the perfect situation of when you don't want to intentionally walk someone, especially when you need this amount of strikeouts. Now the pitcher is up next. That's Justin Verlander. This is the 8th hitter, and we don't want to walk him because once the pitcher comes up to hit, SDS automatically programs them to bunt. So I'm gonna have to go ahead and sacrifice, let's say, having someone on first and throwing the ball a whole lot faster for 2 batters, just because of the simple fact that unfortunately in the first inning, after we walked the first batter, Altuve tried to steal second base and Wilson Contreras gunned him out. So the pitcher came up, and instead of me having him lead it off and just strike him out, call it a day, I had to go ahead and face 2 hitters because I didn't want the pitcher to bunt. So that's the perfect time to sacrifice. Now when it comes to a moment like Carlos Delgado crushes 4 home runs, where you have 1 game to tally X amount of bases, you can't use the closeout method obviously, but instead you can use a different method. So since we know we have to tally an absurd amount of bases, what I would highly suggest you go ahead and do is, if you do not hit a home run in your first at bat, to just go to the exit session and just continue restarting until you do end up hitting a home run in the first at bat. Because if, let's say, you hit a single, that's just gonna make it a whole lot more stressful to get X amount of at bats, especially being the home team and you driving in runs to get those 9 other total bases. If you hit a double, I'd still do it. A triple, it's like gray area, but I'm telling you all, a home run is the most ideal thing to do. I just want to make sure I'm reading this correctly, right? So we're trailing 7-1, and they want us to score basically 7 runs in the 9th inning. Hopefully we start with the bases loaded. We don't. Okay. this might actually be like one of the extreme missions that we actually have to do, especially if it's like a real pitcher on the mound, which it is, and I don't have a great Diamond Dynasty team. But now that you know it's a right-handed pitcher, load up your team with a bunch of lefties and then have right-handed hitters on the bench as substitutes, and then bada boom, bada bang, you should be good. And listen, another big tip is, if you don't score any runs within like the first out, just restart until you score at least a run or maybe two before the first out. Listen, they only got right-handers inside the bullpen, so yeah, bring a team full of lefties. Now listen to me very closely. I just finished beating this moment right here, and like, I didn't include gameplay because I didn't want this video to be too long, but there was nothing more aggravating than hitting into perfect double plays. Like, if the pitch is on the floor and you don't have a hitter that has a good scoop the ball up swing, I promise it's better not to even swing at that crap. Like, Odor is probably the best second baseman you can have for that moment just because he scoops everything up. But other than that, I was just saying to myself, Jesus Christ. Now we gotta roll this Chapman, right? We can't give up a hit. We have 5 games to do so, and we got to strike out 10 batters. This is going to be pretty simple, and we're going to follow the same exact method as if we were actually going and hitting. So as soon as we see that the ball is going to land, we're just going to pause the game right there, and we're going to close app. Like, it's that simple. I don't know how much more simpler I can make things. Jesus Christ. Hopefully that's the only moment that's like that here. Because if you start telling me, oh, Blade, there's more moments like that, I might end up losing it. Honestly speaking, I'll end up losing it. Also, don't forget, you need like 2 strikeouts a game since you only have 5 games to get the 10 strikeouts. So if you only strike out 1, then in that next game, you better be looking, whoa, hold on. We starting in the 9th inning with 2 outs? Nah, this is going a little crazy for me. We need to get... hold on. What's going on? Alright, here's something I learned. In the second game, you only get 1 out, right? So if in the Cardinals game you do not strike out all 3, I just continue restarting unless you're very comfortable that in the following game, after the 1 out game, you can strike out all 3. But in one of the game, probably 2 of the games, it's mandatory that you strike out all 3 hitters. So I'd go ahead and start it off with the Cardinals game so you don't have to close app later on and you're gonna be Gucci. If you don't strike out all 3 in the Cardinals game, just restart the moment by pressing reset series and then go from there. Do not close app, do not advance until you get 3 strikeouts. Alright, this one cannot be as difficult. I would say we're facing Garrett Cole. It's gonna be on veteran difficulty, and since he's a right-handed pitcher, I would say just bring the same lineup you used against the Phillies to face Garrett Cole. Why are we playing here? This is not my home stadium. Let's go to Laughing Mountain Park, bro. So for this Shohei Ohtani moment, the first game you're only hitting. I would do my best to get at least 1 home run, but honestly speaking, I wouldn't advance to the next game unless you hit both inside the first game. And the reasoning behind it is, if you do get 1 home run in the first game, and in the second game you got the 13 strikeouts, but you're coming up to hit, and he can't for the life of him hit a home run, you're gonna have to do that strikeouts mission all over again. So just go ahead and try to hit the 2 home runs in the first game, and if it doesn't happen, just reset the series, go back to the first game until you hit both home runs, and then after you do hit both home runs, then just easily play that second game. And if you're ever on the verge of being taken out or not completing the mission in terms of 13 strikeouts and the game is coming to an end, close that app and you're coming back to game number 2 where you're starting on the mound. When it comes to rally time, you're gonna want to use the same lineup, a full lefty lineup. You're facing Edwin Diaz, who throws a slider and 2 fastballs, and instead of just restarting after the first out, I'd say if after 3 outs you're still at 0, you want to restart. If you're still at 1, you want to restart. Still at 2, you want to restart. Still at 3, I'd even say there you want to restart. The only time you don't want to restart is when you're at 4, and the only way I wouldn't restart if I'm at 3 is if I was comfortable, meaning I was so skilled at this game that I was like, for sure, I'm gonna go ahead and get one more in the 4th inning or in the bottom of the 9th, because you do get an extra chance to hit. So unless I was super comfortable or super confident in myself, I would restart each and every single time you don't get 4. All right, we gotta win 1 game, 3-inning game. We have a 2-run lead as well. And do they think we suck or something? Oh, they have a 2-run lead. Oh, so we gotta score 3 and keep them at 2. Shouldn't be that difficult. They got, oh snap, they got Nolan Ryan on the mound? God damn. Who they got on the bullpen? That's what's important over here. In the bullpen, oh, they got all righties. I bet, with Fernando Valenzuela being the only lefty. Keep that all lefty lineup, honestly. Also, if you do not score 2 runs in the top of the 7th, or at least 1 minimum, I 100% would restart each and every single time until you do score 2 runs or 1 minimum. If you're a comfortable hitter, like you fully confident on Hall of Fame, then 1, if not 2. All right, so we're at the finale for the moments. All we have to do is pitch 2 perfect innings and then tally a home run. So it's pretty simple. Since we're doing the pitching first, obviously what you're gonna want to do is just pitch 2 perfect innings. I can't even give you any guidelines to that. But in the home run one, if by the time you finish your at bat you haven't hit that home run, man, you better go ahead and close the app and hit that damn home run. And just like that, you will be most likely at 80 program points if you followed me exactly, and all you have left to do is play some Conquest with this Carry Wood, or whatever game mode you like to grind Parallel XP in with this Carry Wood. You could even just do like Play versus CPU or something. Whatever it is you want to do, you go ahead, grind the Parallel XP, and hey, you got yourself Josh Donaldson for basically free. Have a blessed day and night. Stay positive, stay safe, stay blessed, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Peace out.